her sanity. Because, I mean, even if what I tried to do was limit her.
The cat thing.
Well, not just with the cat, even before, recognizing the shape that she keeps her room in, I try to limit it to the room, right? But particularly with this cat thing now, you can't limit it to that. And he,
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Last Friday in February.
Yes, that is true. That is very true. The month is already at its end.
Yep.
And nice to see you, Gloria.
Good seeing you.
Teresa,
Yes.
I missed my session yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I went to the hospital yesterday morning because I had some chest pains, real heavy chest pain. And I didn't know they was gonna keep me. But I stayed there till around about 11:30, waiting on the bed. And I changed my mind and just came on back home. Because they had gave me some medicine to ease the pain. They had to take a picture of my heart and everything like that, draw blood as usual. Gave me some breathing tests due to my asthma because they said I was congested, full, kind of full and tight. So they wanted to keep me for 3 days in there. I told them, oh no, because I was just going there and come right straight back home. I knew I would be home in order to do my program, my studies yesterday. And when I got there, they said they had to keep me for a couple of days. But I said, if y'all didn't see anything on my valves or any clogging in my veins or nothing like that, why do y'all have to keep? Well, we have to run some other tests because we might be seeing something about a stroke or another things, I really don't know. It's bad.
So
When you got all kinds of complications.
Right, that body. So how do you feel today?
I'm feeling all right. I'm still taking some medicine. They gave me some Percodone or Pregadone, whatever it was. Just try to take the pain out of my chest. But I'm feeling a lot better.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday was on arthritis, how to deal with arthritis. We will be getting the link uploaded at some point, so you'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, because that's one of my problems too. They've been telling me to operate on my knees, but I don't want it. My sister and several one of my friends had a knee operation, but they said it's painful,
Yes.
They gotta try to walk all over again and everything like that, rehabilitate yourself all over again.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing. Good afternoon, everyone. It's lovely to have you all on board again. Another Friday, the last Friday in February. It's a blessing to have you all alive and well. It's a blessing to have Rosalind alive and well, so she can speak with us, considering yesterday. We have Rochelle from PEPCO, who's our guest speaker for today. And as you know what the word PEPCO means what? Electricity. Right. So we don't know what good news she's got to share with us, but I'm positive that there is some news there.
It's only good news.
As you could see her on Zoom already, she's ready to take the mic. So I'm going to hand it over to her. Go ahead, Rochelle.
Let me share my screen with you guys. Hi.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, for having me. I really appreciate it. Get this going here. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. And everyone see and hear, right?
Yep, seeing
Yes.
and hearing.
This is
Mhm.
exciting. So the purpose is you guys all have iPads now.
Yep,
Hooray!
Yeah.
Best
Yep.
thing ever. You guys would love it. So I work for Pepco, and I'm with Pepco's Office of the Customer Advocate. And I'm here today to talk about energy assistance programs, paying your bill. But if you have questions, we're gonna take questions at the end, and we're gonna talk about our app too, since you guys have the iPad now. We can talk about technology and Pepco. You know, how we're out there on the iPhones and the iPads, and that's, as you know, using your iPad, this is the way the world is going, right? So,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Hold your questions to the end. So we're gonna talk about our commitment, energy assistance plans, helpful ways to save, and scams too. So everyone is a resident of Washington, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So as we currently are not disconnecting in the city of Washington, DC, we have not disconnected any of our customers in Washington since March of 2020. So basically 2 years. But I can assure you, if you or anyone you know is having trouble paying us, reach out to us, okay? Our call center number, and I'll put this all in the chat later. Our call center number is 202-833-7500. We need to know our customers are having concerns and trouble paying us. Call us, call us, call us, okay? We are always working on our reliability, and we are being very flexible with our customers currently in terms of payments and payment plans and that type of thing. So my main part of my job with Pepco is I work with agencies and not-for-profits talking about energy assistance for our customers. And there are 3 main programs with Pepco, okay? And some of you might be familiar with it. The first one is what we call the LAHEAP program, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. This is a federal grant program, okay? Money, right? If you qualify, the money is put directly on your Pepco account. This is considered a low income program. So all of these programs, they're based on household size and income. And for this particular program, you need to check the income scale. And you can use your iPad, right? And you can check doee.dc.gov/LAHEAP, LIHEAP. Okay, and you will see the income scale. If you qualify, and if you qualify, or anyone you know, apply, 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 you can get up to $1,800 towards your Pepco bill. Okay, so that is not chump change, right? Anything from $250 to $1,800. So definitely check the income scale for that. You apply, you can apply online. You're going to use your iPad and apply online. Okay, and that's because of the pandemic. They're not seeing people in person. You can still do snail mail, but that's not very efficient. You apply online, you upload your documents, and potentially you can get up to $1,800 if you qualify. The second program, Residential Aid Discount Program. This program is also on the LAHEAP application. What it is a monthly credit to your Pepco bill. The LAHEAP is one lump sum, it's put on the Pepco account. The Residential Aid Discount Program is a monthly credit that appears on your bill. Now, this is a higher income scale than the LAHEAP program. So it's considered more of a middle income program. So more people can apply. So, but you need to check the income scale. And that is at doee.dc.gov/UDP. Check the income scale. Okay, again, it's based on household size and income. And if you qualify, or anyone you know, apply, apply, apply. Okay, who doesn't want a credit on their Pepco bill? Okay, but definitely check it out. Lastly is the Arrearage Management Program. This is a forgiveness program, an arrearage forgiveness. An arrearage is money that you owe us, right? And the qualifier is you have to owe us $300 or more. You have to be 60 days past due, and you have to be part of the residential aid discount program. So anyone you know, follow those qualifiers, $300 or more owed to us, 60 days past due, and part of the residential discount program, apply. Again, who does not want their bill forgiven? With this program, if you qualify, Pepco is forgiving up to $3,600. That is an insane amount of money. That said, we do have people that owe us that much, especially during this pandemic. So if you or anyone you know qualifies, you're going to call that number down there, which I can't see through my screen here. We go. Here, 202-496-5830. And you can see if you qualify and apply, but $3,600 forgiven is nothing to sneeze about. And that's why we want to help our customers. We want people to be aware that these programs are available to them, because even though we are not disconnecting now, that day will come soonish, right? Not tomorrow, not next week, but in the near future, right? Payment assistance programs. So budget billing. Some of y'all on the call might be on budget billing. With budget billing, you have to love to budget and you have to like to monitor your energy use. Now, this is where your iPad would come in handy. You can download the Pepco app, right? Maybe some of you have, and you can monitor your use. We have an online portal called My Account. Once you register and all that, you can look at your use the monthly, daily, and by the hour. It's absolutely fantastic. And that's where this ties into budget billing. When you're put on budget billing, the computer system works out a monthly amount, which is things that you're using. So, okay, it works out to say, okay, this household uses about $100 worth of energy. That person pays us $100 a month. And the goal is not to go above that and not to go below that, right? You want to be around $100. The problem is when people are on budget billing and do not monitor their use, they end up spending more than the designated amount, and then they owe us a lot of money. So you see where I'm getting at. So if you want to be on budget billing, you want to monitor your use. So you don't owe us a lot of money when we do the true up. Okay, so people that love the budget billing. I myself, I do not, I just want to pay Pepco what I owe and move on. Payment arrangements. This is, say you have an arrearage with us now and you don't qualify for any energy assistance, right? Currently, right now, because of the pandemic, we are putting our customers up to on a 2-year payment plan. That is a big deal for any utility. So you can call our call center at 202-833-7500. You can explain to them what you need to do, how much you owe, et cetera, and they will do an arrangement with you up to 2 years. So what happens is you're put on the arrangement. You need to pay us that monthly bill and the amount that is agreed upon for the payment plan. Okay, so that's to consider if you owe us money and you don't qualify for any energy assistance programs. This first one, Gift of Energy, this is a fairly new program. This is for if you know someone who is struggling and you would like to help them pay their Pepco bill, you can pay on anyone's Pepco bill at any time. So it's really busy during Christmas, but it's year round. And if you say, oh, my neighbor is struggling and you want to help pay their bill for a month, call Pepco with their address and you can pay their bill, right? The Good Neighbor Energy Fund, you might see this on your, if you get a paper bill from us still, you can help contribute to help people pay their bill. You would pay $1 more than what you owe us. It goes into this fund. we are still working with not-for-profits in the area to help distribute this money. So more information to come with that. How to read your Pepco bill. I cannot tell you how many questions I get about, I don't understand my bill, why am I being charged too much? Read your bill or read your bill. There are two important components of it: the delivery charge and the service or the supply charge. The delivery charge is how the energy gets to you, the poles, the wires, the underground, right? You pay us to maintain that. That is 100% Pepco. You pay us, we maintain that, okay? The second part is called the supply charge. That is the energy itself, okay? We no longer make energy. If any native Washingtonians are on the call and they remember the plant on Benning, right? They used to fire up every summer and with the smoke and make energy. That plant is long gone, okay? We do not produce energy anymore. So we go out to the market, we buy it, we resell it back to you. We are what's called a supplier. Pepco is your default supplier. Now, some of you might have chosen what we call a third-party supplier. And I'm going to go to the next slide here. Oop, where's my next slide? Maybe not. Where's my next slide? There we go. Okay. Electric suppliers. If you choose to get another supplier besides Pepco, that's your choice, right? I can't tell you what to do. What I can tell you is that you need to know what you are signing up for. You need to read the small print and understand how much you're being charged, okay? We are a regulated company, Pepco. Our rate is public. It's on our webpage, et cetera, et cetera. So just it's also on your bill. So just be aware of that. Ways to conserve, okay? We're heading into spring, so not too much worry about the heat and before we get into air conditioning, right? But you always need to remember the largest, if you're all electric in your house, right? You don't have washing gas, the largest part of your Pepco bill will always be heating and air conditioning, the end. Okay, so my best advice to you, if you are all electric, is to know how to work your thermostats. I have had talked to so many customers during my Pepco career who do not know how to work their thermostat. Okay, especially if you have a Nest now or a smart thermostat, you need to understand how it works. The fan, the auxiliary heat, you name it, because that can be your own thermostat can cause your problem in terms of if you go on auxiliary heat, you could end up using more energy. So understand how your thermostat works, you name it, right? So if you want to be, if you love being cold in the summertime when it's a humid 95 degrees outside, you're going to pay us for it. Okay, so you need to understand, and if you want to be toasty warm during winter and you want to crank up your thermostat to 75, and many of our customers do, you're going to pay us. Okay, so just remember, you are in control of your own Pepco dynasty. Okay, so you just understand how you can conserve and how many kilowatts you're using, which goes in back to your Pepco app on your iPad. We talk about unplugging things and all this type of stuff and all that. Anything you have plugged in takes energy. That is a minuscule amount compared to your heating and your air conditioning. Okay, let me make that clear. Okay, your toasters and all that, you can unplug it. Yes, you will save energy. Okay, we all love our big screen TVs. Who's got a big screen smart TV, right? I see the hands. So the smart TVs that are out now, I think now is a 4G is one, I can't remember, can't keep track. Those smart televisions are always on. Okay, the little red light in the corner, it's always on. Okay, you got a cable box, it's always on. Okay, I was talking about my personal life here. I'm not going to unplug my TV and my cable box every time I come home. So this is me, right? if I have customers that do that, love to unplug everything, they can do that. You got to decide for yourself, right? You know, what you want to keep unplugged and all that. If your iPad, you might have a laptop, you might have a smartphone. When you charge those things up, once they're charged, do not keep them plugged in. Okay. People love, you know, you have your iPad now, you just keep it plugged in forever. Don't, because it's still charging. Don't pay us when you don't have to, right? Okay. So once it's charged, unplug it and only charge it when it needs charging. Okay. So, and then weatherization, you know, we talk about your windows. Windows are the biggest problem if you have a single family home too, or even an apartment. Energy efficiency is key, and you know, you have to understand how your home works too. And sometimes we do not do weatherization for the district in the city. We'll have another slide with that, but you know, living in an efficient home can save you a lot of money. Oh, here it is, the DCSEU. There's my account again, you guys. So you're going to get that on your iPad. So the DCSEU, DC Sustainable Energy Utility, they work with weatherizations programs. You can call them at 202-479-2222 or use your iPad to look them up online and learn about if you qualify for you know, weatherizations, energy efficiency programs for your home. Okay. Community solar, the next one, Solar for All. These are solar programs with the DC government. We are pro solar at Pepco. We're kind of the middleman in terms of we always generate the bill. We have to turn on the meter, but it's up to the customer to do their research about the panels. We do not sell panels. We do not lease panels. So you have to work with individual companies, or you can look into the community solar program with the city, which is part, let me go to the next one here. If you go to doe.dc.gov, they have a boatload of information about solar programs available for city residents. Okay, use your iPad, look at those programs. Scams, right? This you might have noticed during the pandemic. There has been an increase in scams, and unfortunately, many utilities, people are pretending that they're the utilities, especially Pepco. You might be receiving phone calls. Unfortunately, people at your door during these times, mail-ins. We are not randomly knocking at your door. We are not randomly calling you, okay? That's not us, okay? And again, in the District of Columbia, we are not disconnecting. So a current scam is people are calling our customers going, we're gonna disconnect you in 30 minutes. Okay, that is not Pepco. Hang up, okay? What happens is people believe that and then end up paying the scammer. So if you have any sort of concerns about someone calling you that's saying they're from Pepco, hang up and call Pepco, because we have all sorts of situations where people pretending to be us. If we do come to your door, it is because you call us out there, or there's some sort of outage maybe nearby your home or something. Otherwise, we are not coming to your door. Okay, let's make that clear. If we do come, we have identification. We are fully credentialed. Okay, just like anything, do not give out your personal information. Do not give out your Pepco account number. I can find out your Pepco account number. I don't need your Pepco account number, right? So you need to protect yourselves. Again, if you have any questions about you receive a mailing that you're questioning, a phone call, just call Pepco at 202-833-7500, and they will let you know if it's the real deal or not. And unfortunately, during this time, many times it's not the real deal. So this is just some information you guys can know. The doe.dc.gov, they manage the energy assistance programs. And then there's on our webpage, you can check on your iPad there, pepco.com/energy assistance. And again, our main number is 833-7500. Okay, so that is my very brief presentation. Download the Pepco app. On the app, you will see conservation tips on the app. you will see pay your bill. Pay your bill on the app. And you can, if you do have an outage with us, there's the outage map, okay? And you can see the estimated time for restoration, that type of thing. Okay, so I highly recommend downloading the Pepco app. It's pretty good. Does anyone have any Pepco a question? Go ahead. But I think you gotta unmute yourself.
Okay, Rochelle, what we do at this point is that we take hands that are raised through the chat.
Okay.
So I will start with Earl. He's the first one up. I'll ask him to unmute. Go ahead, Earl, and ask your question. You're muted, Earl. Go ahead, unmute. Unmute, Merle. I think he's unmuted. He still is muted.
Yep.
I think he's trying to
There you
unmute.
go, Earl.
All right, Teresa.
Yeah.
I was kind of late today because on about a time night, I was cooking for my wife and I got almost thrown in the pan of hot water and I got a 75-degree burn all the way down to my side. So
Mm,
I just wanted y'all to know this, and it might.
oh, well, I think. Mhm.
Cause right now I'm laying up in bed, and I had got a text from Miss Queen, and I'd like for you to let her know is she around or anything. Oh, what happened? My bandage all the way on my left side.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so
We'll
that's
get-
what I
Why
just
don't we
wanted to
call,
share.
yeah, why don't we call you back, Earl, on that note? We're asking questions now for Rachel from Pepco. So if there are any Pepco related questions, she's ready to answer, okay? But I'll call you back on that note, Earl. So the
Okay.
next person I'm gonna go to is iPad 654-321. Go ahead and unmute.
Good afternoon. My name is
Hi.
Michelle Cash.
Your name
if-
is Rochelle Cash, you said?
No, Michelle. Michelle
Michelle.
Cash.
Thank you,
Yes.
Michelle. Mhm.
Is this Pepco information just for DC, or can you share with someone that's in Maryland as well?
So we have for the energy assistance programs, Maryland has their own programs.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, we offer payment plans for our Maryland customers, that type of thing. But they do have Maryland LAHI, but it's administered in a different way. So so they would have, if you know someone who lives in Maryland who's having trouble paying us, who might qualify for energy assistance, they need to go on the state of Maryland webpage and just punch in energy assistance, and they will see the procedure for the state of Maryland.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, another hands up, and it says, who do we have? I don't see any hands up. We have, you go ahead and ask questions.
Yes,
Okay,
my name is
Your name is, go ahead.
Martha Fowler.
Martha Fowler. Hi, Martha.
Hi, how you doing? I have a question. I always leave my thermostat on 72 to 75 on auto. Is that good?
Oh, I can't use the word good. It has to be good for you, right? If it's good for you, then it's good. Now we
Yes.
say, okay, so.
It's good.
All
It's
right.
good.
So, I mean, we can say like wintertime, if I say what we publicly say a lot of times, if for winter, we say, keep it on 68 and people go, no, that's too
It's
cold.
cold. That's
Yeah.
cold.
But you have to do what's good for you. If you have health concerns, kids, pets, whatever, and you have to monitor your use. There's people who don't understand how auxiliary heat works, right? Some of you on the call might not understand how that works, and you crank that thermostat up on auxiliary heat,
Exactly.
you are paying us a lot of money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because
So-
I have 600 credits.
Oh, well.
So
good for you.
I don't want to run through them credits. I want to slow pace myself.
Well, then here's what you want to do. As I said numerous times, you're going to download the Pepco app and you're going to look you're going to look at your kilowatts. You're going to see how much you are literally spending with us by the hour. I'm not making this up, you guys. For people who are worried, like, how do I spend my Pepco energy? And then they blame Pepco. Oh, no. You're going to look at your use. Let me give you a personal example. So I love hot baths, right? I'm all electric in my condo. A hot bath is the biggest waste of money, period, because you're heating up all that energy, you're heating up all that water, right?
Right.
And so if I was to log on, I can see how many kilowatts literally every day that I use for that. And
Okay.
you kind of go, you can pinpoint the time, like there's that time that I the energy is being used for that bath water, right? You're having a party tomorrow. You can pinpoint how much energy you used to have that party.
Right.
When was Super Bowl? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. People had all sorts of people. You can pinpoint how much energy by looking
Right.
at our app and looking at the kilowatts. So going back to what you originally said, if you're okay with your Pepco bill, and if you're okay with your comfort, then that's good for you.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not my place to say, well, then it's good for everyone else.
Good. Right.
Right? So you
Okay.
that's what's with this technology that you guys now have literally in your hand. You can help save energy by looking at those kilowatts.
Mhm.
And people who use the app and look at their energy every day save money. Because they can see, especially if they've got many family members, right? If you're by yourself, there's not too much action going on, right? But if
Right.
you have a family and kids and all this type of stuff,
Yes.
you're going to see all sorts of spikes during the day.
Mhm.
And you might be able to say, what is happening in my house at midnight? What is going on? Someone's got the big screen TV on for 4 hours and then playing the video games or whatever. So if you use our app to monitor your use, you're going to figure out very quickly how you are using energy.
Okay.
It becomes obvious almost, especially if you have, these large TVs and all this type of stuff happening. That all takes energy, you guys. I mean, technology is wonderful, but technology takes energy.
Energy. Right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Martha. The next person is going to be Carla Kane. Go ahead and unmute Carla.
Okay, hi. I have
Hi.
a couple of questions. One is, does Pepco offer any services to seniors for energy audits?
What's energy?
Like, for example, would they come in your home and say, well, it's time for this circuit box to be replaced, or, or I have like old
Mhm.
wiring
Mhm.
because my home is 100 years old,
Ooh.
or things like that. Do they, like I've talked to electricians who say if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I was just wondering if Pepco offered anything different. And then the other question I had was, do you anticipate any significant increases in our bills because of pandemic issues and the current situation with Russia and the Ukraine?
Okay, so let me address your first question. So unfortunately, we do not. I understand the service that we would come in and we do an energy audit. We do not do that, and we don't break it down into seniors or any sort of age group. We do not do that for any customer in Washington, D.C. We do that in the state of Maryland. Okay, so if you know of anyone in the Maryland, we just don't currently do that in Washington. The DCSCU, that one organization, if you write down DCSCU, they do, as I said, some weatherization and some sort of, I don't know if they actually come to your home though. That you have to call and ask them. And I do not have that, and we unfortunately do not do that in the city anywhere. Now your second question, as far as Pepco's rates being affected by basically in the pandemic or any sort of world crisis, I'm going to say not at this level, right? I mean, we can
Mhm.
always talk about at a high level about energy and all this, what's looking in the future. But we, as far as rates and rates in the immediate future, right?
Mhm.
Those are already set, okay? So our
Okay.
rates, we
Our
are
rates.
regulated by the Public Service Commission. Those rates are, for lack of a better word, negotiated, right? Agreed upon, this type of thing. And we have rate cases where the PEPCO goes before the Public Service Commission and they talk about the rate, and then there's public input and all this type of stuff. So the immediate answer is no. That, and you can see, you can look at our rates and the very long documents on our website
Okay.
that deal with our rates. Those are from the Public Service Commission, and we are a very transparent company. Any sort of action that we take about any of our programs, the rates, goes through the Public Service Commission, and then those documents can be on our website or certainly on the Public Service Commission website. Now, further down the line, we're way down the line if, however the world is and all, I mean, you can say any utility is going to be, everyone's going to be affected, right?
Mhm.
But the immediate answer, and then certainly in the
rate.
near future, the answer would be no. Our rate is
Okay.
public and is set for a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Our next question is coming from Cynthia Nyler. Go ahead, Cynthia, and unmute.
Okay, this is my first time using everything electric in the apartment that I moved in.
Oh.
And so I had I was confused about how to use the meter and everything. And I noticed in one room, it gets warm. In the other room, it blows out air most of the time. It's coming on and it's like the air conditioner is coming on. Do I have the meter down too low? And if I push it up, I'm running my bill up.
Well, you have a heat pump? Do you know what you have? Okay.
I got, everything is electric, and I'm in a high-rise building with seniors. So I don't know what, I don't have the understanding of this. All I know is to turn the thing on to automatic and 70.
Okay. So you're gonna, this is what I was talking about, you guys. So are you in a rental building?
I'm in an apartment, yeah.
So you pay rent. Okay, so you need to get that engineer up to your home and explain to you what is going on there. Okay. So this is a perfect example where here's a customer that's trying to figure out the thermostat and putting the thermostat up, and you're going to pay us more money, et cetera, et cetera. You need to know how the thermostat works, and you need to know if it's, I don't know if you have a heat pump or not, or whatever the situation is, but blowing cold air during winter.
It blows cold air out first, and then the hot air comes.
Okay.
It's like,
so they need to explain to you how your system is functioning. They explain the thermostat, and they explain to you how the whole unit works. Okay. If they can't explain it well, there could be a problem. But I'm sure you might have a building maintenance man or an engineer. If you can have them come up, because that's what you need to know, because cranking up your thermostat is going to be paying us more money.
Right. And another thing, the apartment that I live in, the windows are not secure. I had to put plastic underneath because I'm on the first floor, so the air won't come through there.
Yep.
I had plastic on the windows and stuff. So I'm trying to, fix it so that I won't be pushing out money.
Yeah, no, you did the right thing. So I have poor windows too.
Yeah.
I try and do as much as I can. And that's one thing, windows make a big difference. And you're in a rental property, so it's not up to you to change out your windows, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do all you can to either put that plastic up or some tape or whatever you can figure, and ask the engineer if he has some advice too.
Okay.
Right? So, because if you're drafting poor windows, whether it's heating or air conditioning, I feel you. I understand that. I'm living it. So.
Yeah, like the worst windows in America.
I like that.
Well, I think mine are. I think I win that one. All right, who's next? Any other questions?
Yes, we have Flossie Giles. Flossie, go ahead and unmute. You're muted. Go ahead and unmute. Flossie, can you hear us?
Okay, you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I have a question about how often do they come out to winterize your home?
So we don't do any sort of window, in the city of Washington DC, we do not visit any customer's home to do any sort of weatherization.
Well, yes, they do, because before the pandemic, I had just had mine done up under energy.
Mm,
And by the pandemic came in, I haven't been able to research anybody to ask them how often do they come to check your windows, check your door where stuff is sealed, where they need to do sealing and things that. And they also, I was able to receive a new refrigerator. So I have one more question.
And you live in Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Uh-huh.
are you sure wasn't the DCSEU in their programs?
All I know was from energy.
So
For
that was the Department of Energy and Environment.
right.
Yeah, so that's not us.
Okay. Well, I have one more question then,
Yeah.
maybe. So I'm not being greedy. I'm like, if you give me a refrigerator, how can I get an electric stove that I've had for 30 years?
So again, you're not gonna get that from Pepco.
Okay.
Maybe the Department of Energy and Environment has stoves too, because they have a wide, so there's the DCSEU and the Department of Energy and the Environment, and they run a multitude of programs that change, every year, whatever the story is, if money is available, about appliances and about winterization and that thing. So you got to touch base with them.
Okay, because I was just, throwing it out. I know this is a very resourceful audience that I see on, with being online with them. And that's what I was saying. I still hadn't figured out how to get me a stove.
Well, maybe they're giving out the stoves. You can ask them for windows for, what was the other customer's name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia,
Windows.
Well, they will service the windows at energy to plug them to drop to stop the draft. They do that because they did come in. They sealed my doors. They sealed my windows, and I received a new refrigerator. They even did the fans in my bathroom.
Wow.
In the house.
Yeah, and that came from energy.
That's a better deal than Pepco.
Yeah. They was very resourceful for me, and because I do have a home and I live in Southeast, and they did come in and do it, but it's just like everybody don't know anything now since we had this pandemic going on.
Well,
Nobody
things
can
have changed. I mean, the world's still in flux, and as the other customer said a couple minutes ago, where things are happening, right? And so you kind of have to take life day by day, and we're all still alive, right, folks?
Yeah.
If you're all still alive. And you guys have an iPad now.
Yeah. My iPad have helped me very much.
That's it. There you go. Okay, any other questions, you guys?
Any questions?
Thank you
One,
also.
2, 3. Well, let's give a thank you to Rachel for sharing such excellent information.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll put my information on the chat, and then are you dropping this call now or no?
No. We'll remain.
Okay,
You
so
can
I'm
leave
gonna-
after.
Yep. Okay, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
All right. So the session was recorded for those who came in late.
Hello?
So we will be adding
Hello?
to the collection.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let me mute this. Okay.
Mm.
So for those who came in late, it will be added to our collection. Okay.
Okay.
Good, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Now, do you have any questions for me?
Mm-hmm.
I have one.
Go ahead. Is it Cynthia?
No.
Go ahead. Oh,
Let's
okay.
Flossie.
Go ahead, Flossie. Go ahead.
I'm just saying to the member of our chat people online, if they know of a resource, please let me know how to just find me a stove. I'm just under one income because I lost my husband and I have this house. I'm trying to maneuver to keep it after almost 30 years, but I'm really trying. And my income is like exact. I'm just going about whatever I can be useful to use that I can get. And usually sometimes people know things that can help you out.
Right.
That's
Right.
true. That's very
Yeah.
true.
And I
Yeah.
really appreciate everything y'all do. I don't say much, but I be on there, but I just been thinking about if I got a brand new refrigerator, I'd be like, I thank God for that. But I'm like, I can't get an answer about a stove.
Oh,
Hello?
Excuse me, ma'am, this is
Hello?
Juliet. If you call 311 and explain your situation to them, I'm sure they put you to the right agency.
It's the
Okay,
Department
I
of
appreciate that.
Energy. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Go
call
ahead.
It's the
311.
Department of Energy.
No, 311 is the mayor's
Yeah.
number.
I
Explain your
also-
situation to them and they
Okay.
will hook you up with the right agency.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
received
think
that.
I think Juanita wants to say something. Go ahead, Juanita.
Wanda, you mean Wanda?
Wanda. Yes, go ahead,
Yes,
Wanda.
I'm sorry to butt in, but I also received window replacements in my home. I received a new refrigerator and I received a new stove. And it all came from the Department of Energy.
Okay.
Okay.
But he told me they wasn't doing it anymore. So okay.
Well, you know, they do it sometimes in quarters. I know it used to
Right,
be like
okay,
in October, but that's where I received my stove, refrigerator, and windows were from the Department of Energy.
Then they got their pits.
And then they, you know, they got the thing out now. You can get a grant for a roof, a new roof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where do they come from? I think they come from a grant from housing or something.
Department of
I'm-
Energy.
Right,
Uh,
right,
own-
right,
You don't know how
right.
you gonna
Say
give out your-
DHCF, I think. I know they're getting ready to put a roof on my home. I'm like,
Mhm.
God, I'm
You asking for
thankful
a
and I'm
lot of
blessed.
money.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out me a stove. So I will try that 311 to see where they help me out.
Move, baby, move.
I wish you luck.
Anybody else wants to share information?
Thank you.
Anybody else willing to
Outside the
share
collection.
information?
Teresa, can you answer a question about the application called Pages?
Pages.
Yeah,
There's,
like a word processing kind of app, like Word or.
oh, well, that's new to me, but I
What
can
is
look it
it?
up and get back to you, Mandy.
On the iPad and
It's on,
same
it's
application.
on the iPad?
Yeah, and the
It's
same
on-
name?
Let me
application
look.
is
Well,
on the
my,
phone.
yeah, my iPad is different from yours, but let me see.
Yeah, what you say
Anybody
the
else
name of
has
it?
a
What is it for?
page? At Pages.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's for.
What is it for?
Kind of to write letters and documents and things like that.
Oh, it's an
Oh.
editor.
Yeah, so
It's an
what I
editor.
basically, whatever you do on your iPad, if you have the same settings on your iPhone, you turn on your iPhone and whatever you did on the iPad is there on your iPhone. So I wrote up a document in Pages, and even though both the iPad and the iPhone were set to store that document in iCloud,
Mhm.
in that one instance, it just didn't like pick it up in my iPhone. And I'm just wondering if you had any idea as to why that might have happened.
Oh, okay. So all right, I'll have to look into that. I wasn't aware of that. And
Okay.
maybe I need to introduce it too, because is that the only editor
Okay.
on the iPad, right?
Mhm,
There's no
yeah.
other editor.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I know AARP, they will do a will for you.
Oh, okay. Anyone, did you hear that? Anybody needing to do a will?
Working on.
AARP will do that for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Diane Wash, it's nice to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. You're muted. You're muted, Diane. Go ahead, Diane.
I was just going to add that it only takes maybe 2 weeks if you have all the information for AARP to process your will. I did it before Christmas. I did a different one before Christmas. And I was really surprised.
Yeah, I did mine before then. After my husband passed, I went on and did mine.
And
And
it's kind of,
they did it right away.
oh, good for you. Well, anyway, I had to pay a flat fee, but I think it's different for most people.
No, I
said,
didn't pay anything.
good, that's
And I was
wonderful.
very satisfied because they put in and did everything that I needed. And then when I saw correction, I called them and let them know, now look, y'all have some misspelled words, I need some help. And they corrected it. They came out,
great.
did the notary for, who I was giving it to and everything like that with my kids and family. They was very good. And to throw his name out, it was Larry Gage that was the attorney that I worked with at AARP.
Well, I retired from AARP. I worked there 23 years. So it feels good when you hear people talk about legal counsel for the elderly and the good service.
Mhm. They're very good. They're very, but I'm saying in my case, maybe with the look of God, knew I needed it, and they did it. They did everything.
That is wonderful.
And they send the copies to each person that will have their designated part in it, to receive when I pass away.
Right. Okay.
And I don't want to talk about passing away, but I said, no, this don't make sense. I better get it done.
Okay. I'm late,
Thank
so
you.
I probably missed some stuff. And maybe I can just look at a recording. You all were going to talk about assistance with Pepco?
Yes, that's
that
what
correct?
I did record the session and it will be
Good.
uploaded, not today, but
Okay.
soon. Okay, Diane, while I have you here, is there anybody in AARP that I can contact to do a presentation for us?
I don't know. That's a question you could ask LCE.
LCE.
Legal counsel. LCE is legal counsel for the elderly.
Yeah.
Legal
They
counsel.
always
But see, I
advertise with that.
retired. I've been retired about 17 years now.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
all right.
So-
Oh, yeah.
New people.
All right. Yes, I would think so, yes.
I think they directly
but you
will
give,
help you if you call them.
I will
If you
call
need
them.
something. Yeah.
I
mhm.
will call them to see if they will come and do a session for us.
Yes,
We can
because they
always use
always have
advice.
things online too. I mean, they
Yes,
call you if you're a member to go into their session like we are doing now.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
do. Matter of fact, they had one today at 1:00, but I wanted to see this one. It was about how to get ready for the coronavirus, what's gonna change or what we need to do as a whole to look out for with anything. And if we had questions and answers, we always ask at the end of the session. And it's just like there's no more than an hour. And they'll
Oh,
give you a reminder, call or text it to you.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Flossie. This is very good
You're
information.
welcome.
Because and if any of you have any or know of any agency you would like to see come on, please let me know. I will make contact with them and try to get them on.
Well,
Okay.
AARP is a good one, a very good one.
Right, so I will call AARP as well and see if they'd be willing to do a session. I will call the legal counsel to see if they'd be willing to do a session. Any other suggestions?
I would call about the winterization for families.
Okay, I can do
Oh,
that.
weatherization.
It's called weather. Okay,
Weather.
weatherization.
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
My name is Ann Rollins, and I always volunteer with our fellow sisters and brothers in the community. And DOEE, that would be wonderful for you to get have a session with them, because I'm a homeowner in DC and I have been challenged with my mortgage. That's something that I don't know anything about. I wish we could do something, have somebody on that would possibly be able to assist us, because even when I got a modification, they only took $200 off my mortgage.
Oh, wow.
And this is what, okay, go ahead.
And normally when I had got a modification in 2015, they cut half my mortgage. So when I got it this time, they added that half back. So for example, my mortgage is $2,670.
Whoa.
But I'm on Social Security, so you figure it out. So last month was the first time that I had been writing on my my savings. Now the savings is gone, But I wanted to say that the Office on Energy and Environment, they actually gave me a water heater, a furnace, a new furnace.
Wow.
And my air conditioner went out. When did it go out? This summer when we had that extreme heat. They came in here and put a brand new air conditioner
Wow.
in my house.
Who was that?
And didn't charge me a dime.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The house,
Wow.
Lydia's house is another place that you may
Oh,
want to
yeah.
check in with, because they will assist with the new roofs.
Right.
Lydia House.
Lydia's
Okay.
house, yes. And
It's
I
in
have the phone
Southwest.
numbers, but I don't have them in front of me. And if you could get in touch with me, I'll be happy to share those with you.
And I'm speaking to Ann Rollins.
Rollins, yes.
I got you. I'll look you up.
And I
Okay.
know Lydian house phone number because I do use them.
And I have a couple of other resources, but the one that could help us save our homes would be most helpful, because I know there's somebody out here. There's some organization.
And also about the taxes too.
Well, you can
What
get
about-
free taxes at the recreation centers. They will do your taxes for free.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on your house at 65.
Property taxes.
Yeah, property tax.
But you get 50% off and you get the homestead, right?
And the homestead,
Exactly.
right,
Exactly.
right. Yes, I just learned that this year from talking to people at the doctor office. And so they did say, well, you're gonna go half. I said, okay, I'm mad. But
Well-
it's a lot of resources out here. I wish I had a list of everybody, because even though you go online, when it's like we're talking now, if our list is compromised where everybody got a number for something, I think we all would work out and benefit.
Oh yeah, sharing really
Mhm.
helps. Mhm.
Yeah. But I
Anyone
do
else
have
wants to
Lydia's
share?
phone number.
I do.
Go ahead, Diane. Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say that the DC government has set up a program where if you can't pay your taxes at the time, then they can set you up that you won't get a bill. You won't get a bill or you won't get charged. But at the end of that, if you decide to sell your house,
pay it back.
Yeah, well, that has to be paid off fast first,
Yeah.
but they do charge interest. I did that at a time. So I ended up refinancing my home and paying the district, because that the interest adds up. And no, it starts off, you feel really great, but it isn't.
Not good.
That's just my opinion. That's
Thanks
it.
for sharing, Diane. Thank you.
Did you want to get Lydia's house phone number?
Yeah.
It's 202.
Oh, somebody's giving a number. Who's giving a number? Lydia
Flossie.
House, 202.
373.
373.
1050.
1050. Okay, I will be in touch with them.
And it's right off of Martin Luther King in a house off in Southwest. Once
Okay.
you cross over, it's very close by.
Okay. I will be in touch with them. Need to get some more vendors to come on to speak for March and April. So I
Well,
will be,
Lydia House, they have a lot of resources there.
okay, I will
That they
contact
can
them.
share with the community.
Mhm. I appreciate you sharing that with me. And so we're at the 2 o'clock hour.
Amen.
So unless you have more information to share,
I
you
do.
bringing this. Do go ahead. Who's this?
Okay.
Cynthia,
Long-
go ahead.
I don't know if they still give out this book right here, the resource book for the seniors. They remember we used to go to somewhere and they used to give out the resource book. And this was one from 2018 to 2020. And it's a resource book and it has so much information in here.
Do you know
that
how to get it?
Huh?
Do you know how we can get it?
I don't know if they, we used to get it out at the senior, at the armory and, and do different
Oh,
places.
okay.
Do y'all remember this book?
Yeah.
I remember.
I ain't got to that
uh-huh.
age yet that it was.
Yeah, and it's give it out for the seniors. So this book has so much information in it that you can get it. So maybe we can go online and find out about this particular.
If you
Okay.
could, maybe they would mail them to the people.
Yeah, maybe they
Yeah.
would mail,
Uh-huh.
I would even get a lot of them and give them to my church or give them to people because they need them.
Yes, I do, number one.
So this is a good book to go out and maybe find.
Do they have a phone number on there?
I don't see a phone number right now.
You could get it, information.
Oh, it says the resource book for 2018. Okay, it's 202 895 9448.
9448.
Or you can go on information at iona.org.
Okay, okay.
Or
Thank you.
www.iona.org.
Okay, thank you.
So this information, I don't know if this was a great reference for me doing different times. And every year that we would have something, they would give out these books.
Awesome. Carol, you have a question?
Yes,
Carolyn?
about yesterday's session. I was wondering if you'll be able to post the exercises from the arthritis session yesterday.
Right. I did see your email that it forwarded to me. I don't do the posting, Lou does. So, but we do have the video for him to upload. It will
thank
be
you.
uploaded, but I can't tell you when because I'm not
Okay,
on
no
his
problem.
schedule. Right, but it
Thank you
will be
very much.
uploaded.
You're doing an
Teresa,
excellent job.
so
Okay.
Lou does the uploading, not
Uploading.
Isaiah?
No, Lou does the uploading. We all have our different titles. He does all the uploading. Isaiah does all the tech work. I do all the admin and planning.
Oh,
Different,
okay.
yes, so that's what we do. Cynthia, you have another question? Cynthia Nyler? You're muted. No? Okay. I see your hands are raised. All right. Anybody else with a question before we call it a day? And a week too. We've come to, it was nice to see you, Diane. Your hands are
Hi.
up. You have a question? You have a question,
Yes.
Diane? Go ahead,
Yes.
Diane.
I missed the first part, unfortunately.
Mhm.
And I wanted to get a contact number for Pepco. I know that was supposed to be today's topic.
Okay, it's right. So I did take that when she spoke. It's
Yeah.
202 833
833, what is that?
833. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
7500.
Yeah. Is there a contact person?
Well,
It's
no,
just-
but
Just
I
ask
heard,
them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They'll follow you by your address when you call it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Diane. You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes, no.
Yes,
Well,
please.
we have
Please
another
help us
question.
Get her a stove.
Okay, well, we'll say, well, I'll mention it to Queen. Queen might know somewhere and see what she comes up with.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Any other questions before we hang up for the weekend? Okay, so
One thing, I
you
know
all,
we got a black judge coming in,
you have a what?
a black judge.
Oh, we have a new black judge? Well,
Yes,
congrats. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's the first one on the Supreme Court.
That's
The
the
very
female.
first
Female.
one.
Yes.
Exactly.
Whoa, wow. Thanks
So
for
good.
sharing that, Annie. That's very
51 years
important.
old.
You mean she went through, everybody approved it?
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
What's her name?
That's
No.
history.
Yeah, Biden, he's just making his announcement. She'll
It's
be.
KETANJI Brown.
So
Jackson.
so you're saying he's just nominating her?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay, well,
Oh.
that's a long ways from being on the Supreme
Yeah.
Court.
Yeah, that's true
Yeah.
too.
That's the first step, but it's a good
Yes.
step.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
but
step.
we know a lot
Yeah.
of people didn't get past that step.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, hopefully
Yes.
she will.
But
Yeah,
she's young.
she
She's
will.
51. She's
Yeah,
51 years old.
she'll get there. I'm positive that she will.
I am too.
Yes. Right.
Me
We're all
too.
gonna pray that she does. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Teresa.
then. Thanks for sharing that wonderful information. Have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday again for Travel
Okay.
Tuesday. And
Okay.
those of you, we're giving out $10 gift certificates from Walmart for those who attend face-to-face classes at our assigned libraries. This
Okay.
Monday, we have training at Petworth Library. So if you're in the at Ward 8, I think that is right off of Georgia Avenue. We have training there from 12:30 to 3. Be sure to show up if you like some training on that area, and get yourself a $10 gift certificate from Walmart.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All
Y'all
right.
have a
God
good
bless.
weekend.
All right,
Bye
bye-bye.
bye.
And we'll see you,
Shalom,
we'll see you
shalom.
Tuesday.
Have a
Bye
good
bye.
weekend, everybody.
Okay.
Bye bye.